Hello everyone and welcome to today's episode of Classic Movie Buffet Theater. Alright. Thank you all for joining me today. Thank you for watching the other videos I've put out. I'm excited. I'm happy to see that my videos are actually doing well for the most part. Thank you all. Thank you to the subscribers that have subscribed to the channel. And by the way, if you have not subscribed to the channel and you catch this video and you like it, please consider subscribing to the channel. Now, on today's episode of Classic Movie Buffet Theater, we're going to talk about a movie that was released in May 23rd of 1986. And it was a little film that was directed by a fellow by the name of George P. Cosmatos. And he also directed such films as Rambo, First Blood, Part 2, Leviathan, and he directed The Great Tombstone with Val Kilmer. Rest in peace, Val Kilmer. All three of these films are awesome. I enjoyed each and every one of them. So he's got quite a list of great films that he's done over the years. And the movie we're going to talk about today is one that he had directed in, like I said, 1986, released on May 23rd of 1986, and it is the film Cobra with Sylvester Stallone. Of course, I just said it's starring Sylvester Stallone, and he's also played in such great films as Rocky, Daylight, and he also played in the film Cliffhanger with Michael Rooker. All three of those films are awesome films. Daylight kind of has a blend of drama and action. Of course, Rocky was all pretty much the same thing. Cliffhanger, I wouldn't really call it a drama. I would call it more along the lines of an action film, per se. But, I mean, all three films were awesome. The film also stars Brigitte Nielsen, and she played in such films as Red Sonja, Beverly Hills Cop 2, and she also played in a little film called Mission of Justice. Now, all three of those films are good. Of course, Beverly Hills Cop 2, everybody knows she plays one of the bad guys in Beverly Hills Cop 2, and she returns and does the same thing in Mission of Justice. Now, Mission of Justice was a direct-to-DVD video movie starring Jeff Wincott. And it's a martial arts film, and I enjoyed that film so very much. She was an awesome bad guy, and it also starred Matthias Hughes was in that movie with her and Jeff Wincott. Great film. If you haven't seen it, definitely look it up, check it out. I think it's on Tubi. Maybe you'll find it on Tubi and watch it. It's a great film. The movie also stars Brian Thompson as the Night Slasher. So, of course, he's playing the villain in this movie. And he has been in such films as Mortal Kombat, Annihilation, which he played Shao Kahn in that film. And he also played in Joe Dirt. And he also played in The Order with Jean-Claude Van Damme. I myself kind of enjoyed Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Was it better than the first one? No. But it was a decent sequel. Had a lot of CGI in it. But Brian Thompson as Shao Kahn, I think he did a pretty decent job, given the role that he was, the lines he had to work with. He did a pretty good job. He did a pretty good job in that film. I enjoyed that movie. I did. So the plot for this film is a tough on crime street cop must protect the only surviving witness to a strange murderous cult with far-reaching plans. All right, so with that being said, we're going to go ahead and check out the trailer for Cobra. Let's get it.
Society is breeding a new kind of criminal. it's also breeding a new kind of cop.
All along you knew it wasn't right. You were spending time losing sight. Play a game that isn't fair, and your partner's left standing there. At least you know you dream alone. Sometimes feel your heart's made of stone. As you try to move your chest man right, but you feel it, you still try to fight. Then you got to feel the heat, feel the heat. As you feel the time is turning, then your mind just starts to feel the heat, feel the heat. As you feel the time is turning, then your mind just starts to feel the heat.
This is where the law stops, and I start. Stallone is a cop called Cobra, the strong arm of the law.
All right, that was the trailer for Cobra from 1986. This movie had a budget of $25 million, and the worldwide gross for this film was $160 million. So not bad at all. It was a good action film. I enjoyed it. If you like movies that have a lot of one-liners and just shoot 'em up, explosions, that kind of thing, then this is the movie for you. The film is intense at times. It might even pass as a slasher film, especially with the evil-looking antagonist Night Slasher played by Brian Thompson. He delivers an unforgettable and creepy performance in the film. And he has went on down the line playing bad guy after bad guy after bad guy. But this film really pushed him into, bad guy status because he was just super creepy in this film. So it's one of his best performances, I think. Cobra features good editing and excellent action sequences with fantastic stunts. The chase scene with the awesome 1950 car, I think was the year that was on the license plate on the vehicle that Cobra drove. That was an awesome sequence. The stunt work was incredible in this film. There's no denying that whatsoever. There's a little romantic interest in the film. That works. It doesn't distract you from the action or from the story that's being told, and it works well in the film. I don't think they really push it to where it becomes like it's forced or whatever. It just flows. This is a fast-paced action film with an action-packed finale. It doesn't seem like to me, in my opinion, it doesn't drag in any kind of way. How some films will get going real good, and then it'll kind of drag off a little bit, and then it'll pick back up. This film does not do that. It goes straight through. It is just action-packed from start to finish. The camaraderie between Cobra and his partner Gonzalez, played by Rena Santoni, is comedic at times, and it also does not feel rushed or forced or fake in any kind of way. They do have a little bit of a comedic tone at times with some of the lines and sequences and scenes that they portray in the film. So it's a unique action film about a cop and just trying to catch the bad guy. I mean, plain and simple, it's just a cop trying to catch the bad guy, and this guy is very, very bad in this movie. Like I said, Brian Thompson is just creepy, and he's excellent for this role. So some of the trivia for the film, as far as this goes, Brian Thompson had to buy his own ticket to see the film himself personally because he was not invited to the film's premiere by the producers and or Warner Brothers. That's kind of crappy to me. I mean, here's this guy who when you watch the film, he pours his whole being into this role, and they don't even invite him to the premiere of the film. I mean, what kind of crap is that? The custom, this is the car, the custom 1950 Mercury, driven by Cobra in the film, was actually owned by Stallone. The studio produced stunt doubles of the car for use in some of the action sequences, such as the jump from the second floor of a parking garage. That scene's incredible. The way they did that stunt, and I mean, I felt bad for the car. I mean, it went through so much in a span of like 5 to 10 minutes. It was unreal. It was unreal. The original cut of the film was over 2 hours long. Due to the concerns it may not be a hit, the final cut was cut down to 87 minutes, increasing the number of screenings per day. I guess the shorter the film, the more screenings you get, which makes sense, and then therefore it may make more money. So that's kind of understandable. To avoid an X rating, some of the more violent scenes were cut. Now, some of the scenes in this movie are still kind of violent, but the way they did them, the way they cut them, it's perfect editing. Perfect editing. A great deal of plot detail was either removed or sped up, while most of the violence and nearly every death was edited or depicted off screen, resulting in numerous continuity errors. Now, if you can look past that, I myself didn't have a problem with it, because I would say it was pretty difficult to get a movie through the rating system in '86, for that time period, without having to be rated X. And if it's rated X, nobody's going to go see it, more or less. So I don't really have a problem with continuity in this film. I just kick back and enjoy it. I enjoy Stallone's one-liners in this film, the camaraderie between him and his partner Gonzalez, Brian Thompson playing the serial killer. I mean, it's incredible. And even Brigitte Nielsen is excellent in this film. She does an amazing job. Amazing job. During the final confrontation fight between Stallone and Thompson, Stallone accidentally hit Thompson in the jaw with the butt of a gun he was holding and left him dazed and groggy. The stunt crew and Thompson's stunt double huddled around him to hide the fact he'd really been hurt. Thompson ended up with a bruise on his right cheek that hurt for several days. So, accidents do happen on set. Some of them more serious than others. I mean, look at Jackie Chan. As many times as he's hurt himself doing his own stunts. I mean, the man's probably got metal through every part of his body almost. He's almost a cyborg by now. But, I mean, it happens in films. And sometimes it's out of stupidity. But more often than not, it's probably just what it is, an accident. You get so tied up in the film and playing the role and everything, and accidents will happen. Accidents will happen. This is a great film from '86. Like I said, it's full of one-liners. There's a little comedic tone to it, but when you get into the conversations between Stallone and his partner Gonzalez, but Brigitte Nielsen plays the perfect victim in this film. Especially one of the comedic scenes in the film is they're in a diner and she orders some French fries and she's covering the French fries in ketchup, just smothered them with ketchup. And, Stallone's like, you got a life preserver for those French fries because they're drowned in your ketchup. That's kind of a funny line there. This movie's just full of one-liners and comedic tone, but it's also full of, the thriller, the scary part of it, the way Brian Thompson portrayed Night Slasher, especially when he's on the hunt for Brigitte Nielsen. The man is just creepy. He is just naturally creepy. I'm sure he's not that way in real life, but in this role, he was just a very, very creepy person, which is what it needed to be. So if you have not seen this film and you have nothing else on TV to watch, definitely look it up, check it out. If you like Stallone films, you like action films, you like thriller and horror films, you're going to love this one. You're going to love this one. Like I said, the action sequences were incredible. The gunfight scenes are awesome. I enjoy this film. I really enjoyed this film. I've enjoyed all of Stallone's films. I think the only one that I really didn't care for that much was probably what was the name of that film? Death Race 2000. I think that's the one I'm thinking of. I really didn't care too much for that film. But it was one of his younger films, one of his earlier films. But he has come a long way, over the years, become an icon in action films. So, that being said, he's done really, really well for himself. This Tulsa King show that he stars in now, everybody says it's a fantastic show. I've never watched it personally, but I love seeing, the publicity for the show. I love seeing, people talking about it because he's a great actor. He is really a great, great, great actor. I enjoyed all of his films, with the exception of maybe Death Race 2000, I think is the one I'm thinking of. But anyway, I could be wrong on that, but don't quote me. But, there is at least one film that I did not like him in. But as far as all the rest go, I love action films, of course. I'm a guy, I love action films. But I do like a variety of other films too. I'm not just solely action and horror. I like comedies and dramas. Some dramas are real good. But with that being said, I'm going to end the video here. I hope you enjoyed today's discussion about Cobra. If you've seen the film, let me know how you feel about the film. Is it one of your favorite films from the 80s, or have you not seen it? Let me know how you feel about it after you watch it. Anything of a kind, just pop it down in the comment section below. I look at them all the time to see, if anybody's commented or read comments on them. So I meant to put this video out yesterday. I had a lot of stuff going on yesterday, so I didn't get time to do it until today. So it'll be posted today. But tomorrow is Mikey's Saturday Nightmares, and that video will be on schedule. I do plan on doing that video tomorrow, so I can have it out for Saturday. And then we'll start back over on Tuesday with Mikey's movie Rampage. So, like I said earlier in the video, if you're enjoying the content and you have not subscribed yet, please consider doing so. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much. Thank you all so much for watching the show today. Tune in tomorrow for Mikey's Saturday Nightmares. And until then, I will see you guys in the next one.